What's going on? What's going on, everyone? I am Ree King back again with another episode. This episode is episode 6, and what we're going to be discussing today is how to stop dimming your light for others. How to stop dimming your light for others. As you know, a lot of people, including myself, have dimmed their light. Dim their light for other people to make them feel comfortable, to hide who we are. And when we do those things, and when those things happen, we're not showing up as who we need to be. Today, we're going to talk about 3 things that we can do starting today to be able to stop dimming our light and be able to show up and shine that light to be our original self, our own authentic self, and be comfortable with self. And thinking about all the times that I have been in rooms, gatherings, outings with other people, I always dim my light. I dim my light because I wasn't feeling secure about myself. I was feeling ashamed on how I crack jokes, make jokes, how I talk, how I look. And when I stepped into these rooms and went to these different outings and gatherings, I felt out of place. I felt out of place because I wasn't myself, for one. And I didn't want to shine my light because I knew once I started to shine my light, the tension will be on me and it will be off the other people who were the ones that were vibrant, that was loud, that was being themselves. And I knew that if I started to show up as me, I knew that these people would start being jealous of me. And I'm not saying that I'm all this and I'm all that. I am. I am whole now. I feel great. I feel so good about myself because I love myself. But when I was in those situations, I wasn't. I wasn't loving myself. I wasn't being myself. I wasn't being my true self. And I just felt so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable where I wanted to hurry up and leave, or I just make small talk. Wasn't really talking about the things I really like to talk about. And by me not showing up as myself, I kept compressing myself. And when it was time for me to really show up and be myself, it was very hard. I was shy, I was timid because I became this person no one really knew. I didn't even know. And it wasn't a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. I felt alone. I felt out of place. Until one day, a friend of mine said, "Hey, Rhea, you really inspired me when you do this, you do that." And when this person like opened up to me and was telling me I inspired them, I had to really check myself and say, hey, if I'm really inspiring this person to start really living, start doing the things that they wanted to do, and really be themselves, I really need to start showing up and being the person I need for me. So if you have a moment, grab a pen, a pad, your journal, your phone, and start taking notes. And these are some of the things that you can start doing today to not dim your light for others, and start showing up for you and start showing up as you. So the number one thing that you can do is you can, man, it took me a minute to get here. The number one thing that you can do is start showing your inner light to yourself. Start doing self-care each and every single day. Yes, showing self-care to yourself every single day. Whether that is taking a bath, soaking, soaking your feet. I love to soak my feet. It feels so good when I have warm water on my feet and I'm just soaking for 20, 40 minutes, just soaking my feet. Feels so good. You can light candles, you can light incense, aromatherapy. You can go get massage therapy. Another self-care thing that I love to do, I love to dance. I might not dance in front of my family and friends like I used to, but at times I love to throw on my music and start dancing. It's very therapeutic for me to move my body. It's very therapeutic to soak my feet. You can start journaling every day, even if it's for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Start getting your thoughts out. Start cleaning out the clutter of self. The old self needs to shed. You need to let the old self go in order for the new self to show up. Start saying affirmations to yourself, loving affirmations. Yes, saying affirmations to yourself is going to be uncomfortable because you're not used to doing it. And that's the thing. Most of the time when we start doing something new, it's uncomfortable because we haven't done it before. Just like if you get up and brush your teeth every day, you get up and brush your teeth, you put your clothes on, you go off to work, or you start working on your business, or you start working on your dreams and goals. It becomes a routine. It becomes a habit, right? So every day you get up, brush your teeth, you get up, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. So when you get up, give yourself thanks for starting to show up for you. Start showing gratitude. That's another form of self-care, is giving gratitude for the things that you currently have so you can make room for the new things to come in. So these are things that you can do starting today, is start working on your self-care routine, on how you're going to show up each and every single day for you. You're not worried. We're not going to worry about our friends or our family, co-workers, business partners. We're starting to worry about ourselves. And let's take the word worry. Let's get rid of that. We're going to start thinking about ourselves and being more in tune with ourselves so we can fully show up, because someone is out there waiting for you, waiting for your story, waiting for that message to hit them. Someone is waiting for you to show up. Someone is waiting for you to show up. Number two that you can start doing today is checking yourself on people pleasing. Start checking yourself on people pleasing. And be honest with yourself. Evaluate your relationships. Are you pleasing these people because you feel like you might hurt their feelings? Or do you feel that they're going to judge you if you show up as yourself? That was me. I felt like I was going to be judged on who I am. So I would dim my light because I felt like I was going to be judged. I felt like people wasn't going to like me if I start showing up as me. And then I had to come to realize I can't worry about what other people think. I can't control that. You cannot control what other people think. If you make other people uncomfortable because you're being you're doing something right. Because for one, you're showing up for you. When you show up for you, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Either people are going to accept you for you or they're not. And don't worry about making other people upset because you can't control how someone else feel or how someone else is going to react. That's not your job. It's not your job. Your job is to be kind to yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, be there for self. Because if you're not there for self, how can you show up for someone else? When you're not being yourself, you're people pleasing. You're showing up to make them feel comfortable in their world. Start introducing people to your world. Start introducing people to your world, meaning you, the full you. Start experiencing self. And then others will start experiencing you for who you are. Last but not least, number three. Number three. Setting healthy boundaries without apologizing. Setting healthy boundaries without apologizing. Give yourself permission to take up space. When you walk into whatever room you go in, allow yourself that permission to be you. And I know you may be thinking right now, like, I've tried this, I'm nervous, it makes me feel it's going to be uncomfortable because you have to allow yourself to grow. You have to push through the fear. And I know you have heard this before. On the other side of fear are the beautiful opportunities that are waiting for you to experience. So give yourself permission to show up as you and set those boundaries, healthy boundaries, where you can show up as you. And I know sometimes when we're around certain people, we tend to go back to our old selves. We get into that comfort where we know, we feel it, we know it. We know we need to grow. We need to become who it is that we need to become because we done dimmed our light so much. And we know who the people we are around that we dim our light. Start setting those healthy boundaries with those people and with yourself. Because when you do this, not only will you show up as you, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your energy. Have you ever like been around someone that you have dimmed your light and you feel so drained? I'm thinking about when the times I went to these gatherings, these outings. I went in there and I was so uncomfortable because I wasn't myself. I get home, I'm drained. I'm tired. I feel like I'm catching a cold. I feel sick. I feel ill. But one, I wasn't protecting my energy. I wasn't being me. And I was around people who I dim my light for. Why? Because I was afraid to be me. I was afraid to be judged. I was afraid on people talking about me. People are going to talk regardless, whether you are a good person or a not so good person. People are going to talk. People are going to judge you. I'm here to tell you, don't judge yourself. Just be you and not worry about what others think or what others are going to say. Those are three things that you can do today. I hope that you got your notepad, your journal to be able to take some notes, anything that came, aha moment that came to you or a situation you thought you like, wait, when I was here, I did dim my light because I thought so and so were going to feel this way. Or I know when I'm around this person, I have to dim my light because if I don't, write it down. And then start setting those healthy boundaries with yourself and with other people. And then start shining your light when you start walking into these rooms. Give yourself the permission to take up the space and show up as you. Show up as you. Show up as you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who's been commenting, sharing, liking. Thank you. I ask right now that you subscribe, comment below if you want to share any of your experiences down below. Share, like, and guess what? I will catch you on the next episode. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. See you later.